And then the final thing that I wrote down before we get into some of the specifics was that we want to make it as easy as possible for them. So in a sense, in these specific calls, we're going to be handling their wellness for them and managing it for them. And I think people like to be, not handled. People like to be handled, but they probably do. But we won't be handling them. We'll be handling their wellness so that it's out of their hands. They don't have to worry. It's easy. They don't even have to go to the web themselves. Look, we'll handle this for you. Let's get you set. Let's set your order. We'll do it right here on the computer for you. It'll be out to you in 3 to 5 days. You don't have to do a thing. People like to buy when it's like that.
Oh, sure.
A lot of research has been shown, even on like TV advertising, that if you make someone physically dial a number on their own, talk with a representative, they won't do it. But if it's one step and it's easy, or if there's no steps, which that's what this is, a huge percentage will do it compared to, okay, go to the web, find these products, click yes. It's too many steps for most people. So in this case, we're going to handle all the wellness, we'll handle managing their wellness account for them.
What do you think about this? I was thinking about that last night, and I have this line, something to the effect of, I'd like to have you become my client, or I'd like to have you become my client, because we talked about the definition of client being the trusted advisor, someone that's under my care.
Right, client, that's the definition.
I like that. Not that they would be as familiar with
they
it.
may not know what that means, so I would, instead of saying client, you might even say, I'd like to care for your wellness. Because that way they're understanding what you mean by client.
Well, I think that sounds overly involved when I'm helping them just get started, because I want them to be very independent and do a lot of education on their own. So I want to make it
I don't think they'll know what the definition.
Well, no, they wouldn't know that, but that's why I'm saying I'm starting with that. But it could be something similar to that, about I'd like to help you, learn more about your wellness, or help you take charge of your wellness, or something like that. To me, sounds very comfortable. I like that.
Yeah, as long as they also know that, especially for this first order or restart, that they, nothing on their end.
Right.
They don't have to do much of anything other than when you get the bottles, start opening them, take what's on the label, read the info, and we'll follow up with you. Again, nothing on their end. I think part of the reason people sometimes see our industry as a challenge is they perceive that they have to set up their accounts, they've got to set up their orders, they've got to manage it, they've got to pick it out, and it just becomes too much of a hassle when they could walk into a GNC next to their grocery store and pick a bunch of stuff off the shelves that they know nothing about. So I've even found that people don't want to research it. We always thought, if we just give them more and more research, but the bottom line is, if you tell them, hey, this is the best stuff, and it is, this is the best stuff, most people are going to be, okay, how do I get it? Well, we're going to handle it for you. Here we go. Where would you like us to ship it? Done.
Because they don't even know which products are going to be the best.
No.
And so
they're looking to you. Exactly. So in a sense, you're calling as a follow-up call, customer service call, wellness consultant call, handle their account for them call. And again, they already had an account set up at one point. It's just that no one took the time to follow through and help them monitor their account and wellness and handle it for them. And then finally, I think another thing we want to do is, it's not that every single call will have an order on the first call, but we want to be able to collect information such as email addresses. Because people will, if they see Beth of Zion come through on the email address, they'll remember that they spoke to you, and if you send them some benefits, not features of our products, but some specific benefits of, hey, just wanted you to know this about our product, and it's a benefit, it's a good chance we could call them back later or follow up via email with a special offer. And because they're familiar with you now, we might get them second time around on a follow-up. But I don't perceive that these calls will take a ton of follow-up calls each person. It'll be 1 to 2 and then we'll be done with that person because it is a follow-up, exactly. Someone has already initiated the account with them, with the company, so all we're doing is following up and making sure they get their services, their needs met this time, because they weren't the first time, or they'd still be on order.